Yes, yes. Thank you, Courage and Nadeshot Show. What's up, people? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to more esports talk. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Some spicy stuff brought to us by the latest Courage and Nadeshot Show. I will link this down below. If you guys are a Call of Duty, a Modern Warfare, a Warzone fan, a fan of esports and gaming, you got to give it a listen to, guys. It will be linked down below. That being Tyler TeeP, a former Call of Duty pro and coach, and now one of the most widely watched and subscribed to Call of Duty streamers and Twitch streamers in general, has now given his thoughts to Nadeshot after being asked about would he have invested into Call of Duty League knowing what he knows now. I could talk about this for days, guys. Here's what Tyler had to say, and of course, in most recent reference, that being a Nadeshot himself alongside 100 Thieves choosing not to invest into Call of Duty League. Here's what Tyler TeeP says he would have done.
With stuff that's coming out still.
Tyler, on that note, we obviously, with COVID happening, all of the CDL events got canceled. And I'm just curious, now that you're not coaching anymore and you don't really have any affiliation with the league besides the fact that you might be an analyst here and there.
Yeah.
How do you think that Activision is handling the Call of Duty World League and the new franchise? I mean, let me ask you this even better. If you were in a position with an organization, hypothetically, where you're an owner, would you have bought into the league?
I don't know if I have enough information to answer that well in terms of like how the money goes into it. My immediate thought would be probably not. I just don't see, we don't have enough details on like what those deals are looking like, I feel like, because if you're just looking at the numbers of paying what the players, like what they're making, like rumors of those numbers, some of those are pretty absurd. I just don't really see how you get a return unless there's some sort of I don't know, Activision hooking it up in some way, shape, or form. I know you decided to opt out into buying into the league, and your reasons why made a lot of sense to me personally. I don't know. For me, it probably would depend on like the roster that I could get, because I feel like there's only a certain amount of players, a certain amount of brands within the league that warrant what they're actually getting, if that makes sense. So like, if you're getting like I don't want to say bottom of the barrel roster, if you're getting a shitty roster, then I don't see how it would really make sense financially. As far as like how the league is going too, viewership has been, I don't want to say going up, but it's been pretty solid. I think the switch over to YouTube was a bit of a shock for the viewership so far. And then the game doesn't help either. Modern Warfare competitive is kind of a mess. I don't feel like the players are getting like the necessary support. The maps aren't great. There's a lot of things on the competitive side that just don't really help out. I feel like maybe, I don't know, if the league debuted on like a Black Ops 4 or potentially the next title, all this, our view on the league might be a lot different. But I feel like the way that it's been going down here, I don't think competitive has really gotten an update in months and months and months. The spawns are a mess. The pros are constantly complaining. The balancing isn't great. There's just so many things wrong with it. And like, I love COD. I love competitive COD. It's where we grew up, right? And I want it to succeed. But I feel like there's just so many things holding it back, and it's largely due to the game. And it starts with that, because if the game's good, if the players are supporting it and all in, like everything's going to look better. The gameplay is going to be more fun to watch. Viewership's going to be going up. There's going to be more people playing competitive, and it all kind of stems from there. So I feel like the game being in such a poor state for competitive is sort of like the root of like the problems right now. Do you guys agree or disagree?
Listen, there's always something, man. That's the way it's always been. And I think a good testament to it is when you talk about nerfs. Like, I think this is probably the longest the meta has ever stayed the same in a game ever, right? Like, typically there's a shift as the year goes on, but we've just been like, it's basically what, three or four SMGs and one AR on a team. And by SMGs, I mean just the MP5. Like, there's just no room for anything there. And
I find this very interesting because, of course, we talk a lot about Call of Duty. We talk a lot about Call of Duty League and that investment, and I am so curious about the future of Call of Duty in general. You know, it's a very fun talking point to see where this title, because it's title that changes every single year, where it will go alongside with this league that still has a player base, especially now with the introduction of Warzone. Call of Duty is peaking time and time again, and crossplay on top of that. The future of Call of Duty, to me, seems so bright. The league itself, though, is a different story to talk about. I would love to see Hector Rodriguez and his response to this question right now. And I think Tyler still brings up some great points, as he usually does. When it comes time for the return on investment, we've talked about this, guys. 25 plus million for the spot, plus the salaries of these players. I believe just shy of a $2 million salary cap across those 5 starting guys, potentially 2 to 5 additional subs on top of that. It's a hefty investment. We recently talked about Hastro, and what he paid for a guy like Shotzi to potentially be the future of their brand was still a gigantic price on the price they're already paying for a league, which we don't know the return of investment for these guys. And especially when TeeP has an answer like this, would he have invested? He, leans towards no. Well, does that mean Nadeshot's going to in the future? What does that mean for future organizations who might want to be tied to Call of Duty, an ever-growing brand out there? If the next title is good, does an organization want to be a part of that league? Because Warzone is seemingly here to stay as well. And if you get your skins in game, and there's so many variety of things to talk about when it comes to this topic, TeeP, as of right now, says he too would not have invested into Call of Duty League. What can change for the future, though? If this was a different title, as he also does say, maybe that answer changes. We don't know enough information to judge it completely, guys, but what do you think about this? Would you have invested? What's the future? I really, truly do think if this game, like Hector and Hastro have mentioned in the past, can actually work with the league itself and really cooperate everything going on with Call of Duty in general as a gigantic game itself, I think they can facilitate a very successful league. Will it happen? I have no idea. What do you guys think? Until next time, as per usual, drink that water, drink that coffee. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Oh, frick. Oh.